Good morning, guys. It's Junior reporting from the first floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum, and we're going to start today off with this 2003 Suzuki DRZ125. This was in the couple-year span where Suzuki and Kawasaki were sharing the production on the smaller plate bikes and race bikes, the KX 85 and 65. This 125 model is identical to the KLX 125 model in 2003. I'll put a side-by-side on them, and other than the color of the plastics, there's not much difference here. It's the exact same bike. This is the motor that Suzuki and Kawasaki use in basically every one of their play bikes. It's a heavy motor. It's very rigid, indestructible, and I think they had it figured out because the 100, 125, 185, and the 200 were all sleeved up and down versions of what you see here, and then eventually getting revised for the bigger bore, the 250, which we're going to ride later. There's still a solid aftermarket on these bikes, guys. You can buy big bore kits, and of course, Big Carbs. BBR sells the 26 mil can, which would be a big upgrade if you want something that's more bolt-on. And then Pro Cycle makes a 150cc big bore kit with a aggressive cam and a high compression piston. So there's a lot you can do to these things to liven them up, and all the consumables are still available through distribution or your local dealer. So this is something you can buy and ride the wheels off of. Kyle got us hooked up with the Yoshimura and graphics package and the Kaplan America logo on the front number plate. Pretty sick. First impressions, the brakes are on point. Gonna send it. So check it out, guys. It's really cold today, so I'm gonna try not to sniffle my way through this work order like I did a couple days back. Forgive me. Guys, we brought her in and gave her the Kaplan America treatment. I'm gonna read right off the work order. She got some new shoes, front and rear tires, cleaned the fuel tank out. It had been sitting for a couple years. Ethanol fuel in the gas tank, cleaned it right out. New fuel line, new fuel petcock. The carburetor was dunked in the ultrasonic tank. Change engine oil. New spark plug, new bars and grips. So that was 5 hours in the service shop. The compression tested at 140 PSI, which is good. She's trick, guys. Looks the part with a lot of original componentry. The pegs are original, the wheel set's original and straight for that matter. This is clearly a bike that wasn't bashed off rocks or ridden by an adult who looped it out. The original exhaust pipe is perfectly straight. Bike's in order, guys. One thing I will say is she does burn oil. She burns a little bit of oil, so you might want to be going with that Pro Cycle big bore kit. That was reasonably inexpensive. You need to get a machine shop to bore your cylinder, and as a matter of fact, I might know a guy. Whoever ends up with this one, ride it till she goes, and then send it with a big bore kit, or just go ahead and do the Pro Cycle big bore kit. The thing's going to be sweet. Everything else is done. The brakes are done. The carb's cleaned. It runs awesome. Doesn't leak any oil. Doesn't need a case of split rebuild. Very clearly a low-hour machine, but it does burn oil. I have to disclose that. Whoever buys this bike is going to be buying it sight unseen. And guys, take a close look at the gallery. The thing is pimp. It's very clean. Lots of new hardware throughout, and indications that this is a low-hour piece. But it's not perfect. So call us with any questions, guys. We can ship it inexpensively. Message your Zip for a quote. Definitely a sweet ride. Tons of aftermarket. So good luck bidding, guys, and God bless America.